Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, March 29th. Where'd the first quarter of the year go? Friday will be April Fool's Day. And the first day of the second quarter. Hard to believe already. All right. YM has a pending get in sync trade there. We'll see where that goes. Looks like Soybeans has a get in sync on the short side. Small trade. So money management will be 1644 even, and our first target, actionable target, will be 43.75 for two of our positions. Good morning, Miles. Crude, this down, quick down. It was too early. So then we have the long that's definitely able to get into. Meanders about, finally gets up to money management, target 1 and target 2. So 15 and 24 ticks there. 39 ticks, $400 trade, and a small trailer, and one and done. And the YM, did that hit money management? 152, we got as high as, yes, we did. So that trade is off the table, and we'll be looking for a new setup there. So taking a quick look at unleaded. First trade that was tradable. We had a bunch of trades in here between 9 o'clock and 9:08, but none of them were tradable. So our first tradable trade was this short at 827. 827. 0827. That reverses to long, and you had an 18-second bar there. And I'm going to assume that was pretty close. The stop and reversal, we're going to use a 4-tick adjustment on unleaded because of the small tick size. Or at least that's what I'm using on these charts. So that comes to 862. Loss on two positions of 70 ticks. So we pick up a 53 tick target 2 and a 5 tick trailer. So we're down 12 ticks. So we have to take another trade. We pick up actually what we pick up is this. I missed the entry on that. That's actually up here. We pick up this second short setup. The first one didn't trigger, and we got a new one a few ticks higher. Time to get in, and then it just blasts down through. That gives us a 51 tick target, so we're definitely in a POQ trade. This will end the session. So that brings up, markets just opened, and the YM went zip up. Not able to pick up anything there, so we'll wait for a new setup. But you have this situation on unleaded. I'm going to keep that so I can see trades on the YM. You have the stop here at 711, and you have a new long setup at 703. I think I personally, since I know I'm not going to take that trade, I'm going to leave the additional risk on and let the balance line possibly give us some resistance and try to stay in the short trade. And that's exactly what it does. And actually, the calculator's not tracking, but it would have actually trailed all the way down to where it's set, yeah, to 621. So from an entry at 884 to 621, 263 ticks. That's a monster. But look how much more that got from 711 down to 621, 90 ticks. Leaving that 8 ticks of risk on, leaving 8 ticks of risk rather than taking the 703 long reversal. And because you'd expect a slight, at least some pullback in there. But with the power of that move, I'm going to hope that I can stay in for another leg down. All right, so let's see what soybeans did for us. There's a 9:30 start. And by 1 second after, it's down through and hits money management. No chance to get in. YM still hasn't done anything. So it looks like at 9 we have the long. That actually triggers in at 1640 on the pullback. Well, does it? Yeah. Yeah, you got plenty of time to get your order in before it pulls back. Now you get the short 31 to 54. It only goes 1 tick beyond, and it would be a stop and reverse. So that you actually stay in the trade, and then you reverse out here to short. So we're now short on soybeans. YM with a short trade at 242. All right, just taking care of some other things there. And so we've got, that's not fun. We get a stop and reverse long on the YM. at, let's see, no, we don't. That's the micro IM I'm looking at. The short is progressing to right at money management. There's money management. Bring your stops to 241. And stopping and reversing back to long on soybeans and hitting target 1 and a 1-tick stop out. Still will need another trade to get positive. Over here on the pound Aussie, we had a really strong move up just before our start time. We pick up the second of these two short setups that hits all 4 targets and then stops out just above target 3 for a one and done session this morning. Missing a stop and reverse here. So pound Aussie is done. All right, and the YM has a stop and reverse at 37. We don't make the adjustment there. Although with the 20 SMA, we did stop out on the if you waited for it to go back and test the 50 again, that would have kept you out of that trade. 51.99, 35.199 for the short is where we are now, and that's a nice big trade. 36 ticks to target 1. See if the 50 now will become resistance and keep us on the short side. Don saying RTY did well this morning. Here is the micro Russell. 9:30 start. 53 seconds in. Yeah. 3, 7. So unless that went back and forth just a little bit, that was a little too fast to catch. Catapult going up, but yeah, big strong up move right at the open. Jeez. Entry there is, this is Catapult on the Renko bars. Entry is 95.6. Target 3 was worth 2.9 points, 29 ticks, and we go from 95.6 all the way up to trailer at 12.4, so 16.8 points on the trailer. Yeah, that's kind of a monster trade. And with that kind of trade, I would definitely be done for the day. Get out of the way. Don't risk what you've already won. If you were doing a 4-minute wait, this would be your first trade at 9:40. That one definitely is in. And that's where we are at the moment there. And the YM just doing all sorts of gyrations now. Unfortunately, we were a little bit late to the party. And that trade before market, once the market opened, it's digesting that move, but giving us longs and shorts and not following through either way significantly. So that's problematic so far. It's now stopped and reversed to long. All right, soybeans getting into a short, definitely in it, all three targets and trailing now 1632.75, and that I would imagine will definitely get us positive. Going through all three targets for 14, 22, and 30 ticks. So that's 66 ticks. That's 16.5 points. And we have 37.50 to currently 30.75. So we have another 6 3/4 points so far on the trailer. Each point is worth $50 per contract on soybeans. So that's a very strong winner. So let's take a look at heating oil. And the Russell hits target 1. So that, and we did start trailing earlier. Trailer at 11.4. And there we go. 12.3 for the trailer now. Gotta remember what we're trailing the 10 EMA and stopping out at 12.3 for a partial on that one. Didn't get to money management, or I'm sorry, didn't get to target. Sorry. 1627.75. So now 9 3/4 points. And still looks like it's heading down. And the YM finally looks like it might be gonna make another up move here. We are in this long already. Let's see. Let's take a look at heating oil. Oh, wow. Heating oil just had a big trade there. Let's see. 43.20. Heating oil moving 12 seconds. So most likely in that trade. And just a booming trade there. Stop now at 31.99, 32.09, 32.14. And we got 30 tick target and just a monster trade on the long side going. and stopping out at 32.39 on that. Let's see how long you had to stick with it to get to that trade. And it looks like you, well, let's see where we were here. So there's our first trade, 08. No way to get into that, way too fast. I would say that trade is likely avoidable. 21 seconds, but it just spiked to the entry and then back down, it looks like. Probably avoidable, but a full loss if not. Short didn't trigger, then you have a long that blasts through. Yeah, no way to catch that one. No trigger on the short. Another long that one definitely 35. Oh yeah, that one definitely gets you your, that one gets you your 30 ticks on the fixed and 40 or 50 on the trail. So that's a possible loser and definite winner. 05 to, nope, that was too fast. That was too fast. Nope. No, those were both, last two were both break evens. But way too fast to catch. This long is 7 seconds. Maybe you get into that, maybe you don't. It stops out for a break even if you do. No trigger on the short. No trigger, well, yeah, no trigger on the long. Then we get a long that does trigger. That's a break even. And here's our monster. So yeah, you likely did get to that if you're trading on the trade plan, because most of those trades were not tradable. So big winner on heating oil this morning. And YM stopping full stop out on the long. Just out of sync this morning after that quick early morning move. So definitely after that one, on heating oil, I would be done. No use in trying to dig more out of that. Now we got a short on the Russell. And with this wick back here, definitely got into that trade. Closed at money management there. It looks like we didn't trigger money management. Oh, that's right. And break even is, this has got the MNQ on it, I think, which is 3x. So about right there. Yeah. So this bar triggers it. And we're trailing again. Target 3 for 2.6 points. And that's two nice winners on the Russell. So I think I would call that a day there. Actually, 3 winners on the Russells. So let's take a look at So, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. MNQ, wait our 4 minutes. Looks like lots of bars. That doesn't look nice except for that maybe, but all right, 9:30. That one is too soon. 33, 34. That's a get in sync, and unfortunately it's a full loss. Short is 04, 04, 04. Oh boy. No, if that one looks like that one got away without us. Well, it hasn't hit money management yet. Yeah, okay, yes, it did hit money management. So that one got away without us. The long at 46 to 51, 5 seconds. Yeah, likely should get into that. And definitely got into it on this wick here. There's break even. And that's all we got there. And we get a short now. It goes too far, I think. Actually, no, that didn't. We could get in sync with that. And then stop. Then we stop. Looks like we're coming back anyway. I think I would have held off and waited for that to come back down, because looks like it's just about to set up along, and it's exactly what it did. And you had a nice long wick back here, and then triggered the long 15,200. $12 seconds, so plenty of time to get into that. So we'll see if that, and that goes for a full stop, unfortunately. And the short goes for a full stop. We definitely are in that one, because we've got 51, 2 seconds on that one. Yeah, most likely you got into that, like it or not. So NQ is not being kind. This was not kind this morning. More noise. We get a long setup, but it finally does end up going short. We do get money management. There's our break even. Trailing down target 3 and 4. So finally do get a good short here on the NQ and a nice strong trailer. Probably still not positive there. And nothing doing on the YM at this. Soybeans stopping out at 16.27. That should definitely get you positive. So let's see. Unleaded on Catapult is an 8:45 start. Get back here. See what that was doing. All right, there is our start time. Looks like definitely picking up a loser there. And a break even on trade number 2. No short. The long gets 25 to 20. Hey. Nope, that one goes away too fast, unfortunately. That was a beautiful long trade. Just too fast to catch. Oh, yeah, this is not a Renko. This is a range bar. But 55. Nope, that one's same problem with that one. Too fast. Yeah, definitely in that one and full stop out. The short gets us a break even if no, it wasn't tradable. Just missing target 3. That's a break even. No, not tradable. 2 seconds to money management. Okay, this trade is definitely tradable. And 5 seconds to get that order in. Target 3 and a small trailer. Nothing much there. $7, but that looks like it. Did it hit target 1? 754. Nope, it didn't. So that one's a full loss, unfortunately. Long gets 14 seconds. Question is, how fast did it go through the entry? Because it doesn't look like it came back to the entry after popping through. I would say that one probably went too fast. This one definitely isn't in the trade. Looks like we hit target 3 on the nose on that one. 41. Yep, hit target 3 on the nose. And a tick on the trailer. Short goes back and forth. So that looks like plenty of time on that one. That's target 3. And a medium trailer. Nothing big on unleaded on Catapult this morning. Kind of back and forth. Now, can we get this short? 50, 10. Yeah, that's definitely short. We're in another target 3. This time we get a nice trailer. That should get you to where you need to be on the morning. And that's the move right before right at 9 o'clock. And that gets us done. That should get us out of there for the morning on unleaded. More noise on MNQ. A couple of losses, a break even. That one looks like it did. No, that's just a partial. Didn't quite get to target 3. It's a loser on the long. Short. Actually, the short looks like it probably touched and then pulled back to the stop. Most likely avoidable. To get in sync on the long. And it does hit a break even. Most likely not tradable on the short side, full stop anyway. That's a touch the entry and go to the stop, and that one's likely, yeah, 3 seconds. That's not tradable. 2 seconds on that short. No, that one wouldn't have been tradable. No. Yeah, just noisy on the MNQ this morning. That's enough of that. As far as it doesn't look like they're doing much with the market. YM with the long into the 20 SMA, stopping and reversing to short off the 20 SMA. That meanders about. Money management, so that's, and it gets a tick, and now we have a long that we're in. I think we're in. Entry is 36. I think we got, yeah, we hit it on the nose, so we're in it. Looks like the NQ reacted a bit of a reaction, but not a bunch of bars, but not anything significant as far as movement goes. Got a little bit of an up move there, then a down. Oh, now going back down again, so maybe we'll see. And the YM showing a downward tendency, so also 10 a.m. crude session. Let's see where that is. Okay, so the long was gone too far. Okay, we get the short at 14. 8 seconds on the bar to get in, so probably tradable. 13 and 21, and a significant trailer if you're doing that. One and done on the 10 a.m. session. Okay, folks, I've looked at just about all the charts I've got going. We looked at unleaded. Let's take a look and see if the micro ES did anything. Wow. Just not much movement on the ES. Well, that's just a 5-minute chart, so it doesn't. Yeah, we got a fair amount of movement, but it was all pre-market. And this one you got to break down to what happened first. Did it hit the stop first or the entry first? If it hit the stop first, we've got a target 1 there. If it hit the entry first, it's a full stop out. So that's why the calculator is not trading it. It hit both levels on the same bar. So the calculator doesn't know what happened in what order, so it doesn't track. Questions? YM now, that's a trade on. That's another one of those trades off the 200 EMA. Looking like a bit of a selling bias. 20s come through, 50s coming to the 200. See if we can get something out of the YM. Chances are, from what that was doing, you had a doji, so the open was right there. Chances are that hit the stop first and then went to the entry. So I would say that's very likely a valid trade on the micro ES catapult. That's the 5-minute chart. Hitting target 2 now. That would be POQ on the session. That trade set up at 9:45, so that definitely Eastern. That's actually 8:45 exchange time. That mini session starts at 8:35 exchange time. Looks like the market doesn't like what it got out of consumer confidence. And the pound Aussie with the second winning short trade, trailing down beyond target 4 again. Of course, that was a small trade. Only active usable targets were targets 3 and 4. Just 13 and 17 ticks, respectively. But it did trail down to 75.31. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 75.31 from the entry at 75.54. So 23 ticks on the trailer. And the MNQ short stopping out now. Very close to that 156 tick target. And got target 3 on the micro ES. Questions on this morning's charts? YM really about the only thing that's still micro ES still in the short trade. Starting to trail down now. $14 EMAs at 87. All that 46.03.50. So yeah, we're still basically at our 1 tick break even. Actually, no, 1 tick break even is going to be 325. So we have not started trailing down yet. Looks like we'll start trailing down at the end of this bar at 10:15. Looks like we'll come down to about 402.25. depending on movements. EMAs continue to move all during the bar. YM hitting money management and target 1. So finally getting a winner out of the YM. Not a good session this morning for the YM. Certainly not going to be enough to get us positive, I wouldn't expect. 33 on target. Stop now at 83. Okay, and yeah, Micro ES hitting target 4. Okay, draw in the trade time and the so let's make that a 1-minute chart and see if that'll tell us what happened. Okay, so our setup came on this bar. On the short, so the setup came off of this bar, the short. Definitely hit the stop first and then the entry. So that's a valid trade. So stop as of 10:15 is I would call that 46.75. Yeah, 47, 40. 46.075, 46.0125 for the stop. All right, the YM getting down to a stop at 35.051. Actually, just a couple of ticks, it looks like, from target 2. Yep. So that would be 48 ticks on the trailer and 33 for the target for 81 ticks. Not enough to get positive, and I believe we're probably very close, if not to our 6 trade maximum. Let's see, that was... Yeah, there was our start time. So yeah, we got money management, and that was all on that trade. We got a little bit positive. Then we took the full loss on the short. Loss, let's see. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Ultimately was a loser. Actually, we were already to our 6th trade. 5. Yeah, the long there would have been 6. So that actually would have been trade number 7 or 8. So YM, definitely a losing session this morning. Looks like 99.25 for the stop. 45.99.25, I think. Yeah. Questions, comments, what have you this morning? YM's done. Micro ES is in its POQ trade. Everything else pretty well is pretty well finished. Anything anybody wants to discuss this morning? It's going to be another 4 minutes before we get a bar close on the micro ES. That's one of the reasons we don't do 5-minute charts typically in the trade room. Is we only get one bar every 5 minutes, so it really doesn't give us good examples to work with in the trade room. We had one trade in the last hour, and that trade's already been running for over half an hour. Looking like things may be turning. Uh, 10 o'clock crude, Don, I did mention that was one and done. Now this short right here, 8 seconds after start time, you had 8 seconds on that bar, so it would have been possibly difficult to get in, but a solid targets 1 and 2 win. Going through all 4 targets and trailing down almost to target 4. If that was not tradable, then you have a long trade at $100.86. Plenty of time to get that order in before it decided to finally come up. That comes up through targets 1 and 2 easily for 39 ticks and trails up almost to target 2. So either way, either trade would have been one and done on the 10 a.m. crude session. Don, was it you asking last Thursday about the setting the hotkeys, I'm assuming, for placing orders on NinjaTrader? I think Miles may have solved that one. He mentioned it Monday in the chat, but did want to bring that up. See if I can get that back up here. Under Tools Options, there's one more place you have to enable that, and that is under Trade Tools. Tools Options, Trading. You have to use order entry hotkeys, and you have to have that checked. I didn't have that checked on mine Thursday, but Miles found that one. So for order entry hotkeys to work, you can set them in the hotkeys dialog box, but you have to actually enable them in options trading under general. This third parameter under general, use order entry hotkeys. And that should get you. Yep, that's the one. So as long as that has to be enabled before the order entry hotkeys will actually work. And of course, yeah, you have to be very careful because it's going to place an order at the current market in whatever window has focus if you use those. So if you're not focused on the window you intend to trade in, you're going to get an order somewhere else. That's where you got to be careful. If you're looking at one chart and see something happen on another chart and want to place an order, you got to make sure you click in that and get focus on the chart you want to trade in before you use the hotkeys. MNQ with an up move now on the catapult Renko bars, and the YM seems like it's starting an upward move, as is the micro ES. Strong pre-market up move, and then it's been basically down since market open. Now maybe turning back the other way. Unless there are other questions, I'm going to basically call it a day, I believe. Troy will be in for the regular Wednesday morning session tomorrow, and the crude oil inventory report, 9:30 for the regular session, 10:30 for the inventory report session. So I'll give it a couple of minutes and see if anybody puts in any more questions, but that pretty well wraps it up for me. You are quite welcome. We'll see you tomorrow, Miles. All right, I see a couple of thank yous, but no new questions. So I'm going to call it a day and see everybody tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.